Have you ever felt that strange softness in your body? Like gravity loosened its grip. Your hands feel lighter than they should. Your thoughts stop reaching into the past. The world doesn't disappear, but it no longer needs to be named. If something like this has been happening to you, you're not imagining it, and you're not alone. Many people search for dramatic explanations when this begins. They reach for words like energy, awakening, or mysticism. But symbolically, what's really happening is quieter than that. It's not something rising. It's something unlocking. Many interpret this as a deep transformation of the nervous system, a loosening of lifelong tension, a release from constant internal narration, a body remembering how to exist without bracing. Not a diagnosis, not a disorder, a reorganization of how experience is felt. One of the first things people notice is a strange lightness in the body. Hands that wobble, arms that feel almost weightless, joints that move without effort. Psychologically, this can feel confusing, especially if your body has lived in tension for years. Energetically, many interpret this as stored vigilance dissolving, the body no longer holding itself together through force. It's not weakness. It's the absence of resistance, as if your muscles finally receive permission to stop guarding the past. Then, another layer peels back when memory itself begins to change. You may notice you no longer replay your life internally. You stop narrating old events to remember who you are. Emotionally, this can feel unsettling at first, like losing your bearings. But symbolically, many interpret this as identity untethering from memory rehearsal. The mind still functions, thought still exists, but it no longer travels compulsively through time. You're not forgetting your life. You're no longer using it as proof of existence. There may come a moment where sitting still doesn't feel like practice. Hours pass. The body doesn't ask to move. The mind doesn't ask to speak. Not because you're suppressing anything, but because nothing is demanding attention. Psychologically, this can resemble deep regulation, a system no longer scanning for threat. Energetically, many describe this as settling into presence, where awareness no longer needs to go anywhere. Stillness stops being something you do. It becomes something you fall into. At some point, perception itself changes. You stop looking at things and start feeling with them. Trees become texture. Light becomes pressure. Space becomes intimate. Emotionally, this can feel like intimacy with the world without interpretation. Spiritually, many interpret this as awareness descending from the head into the body. You don't have to get it. You're already feeling it. The outside no longer needs translation. It touches you directly. Many people also report subtle waves moving through the body. Not painful, not dramatic, just a spreading vibration, sometimes down the back, sometimes through the limbs, sometimes everywhere at once. Symbolically, this is often interpreted as energy moving through newly accessible pathways. Psychologically, it can reflect a system learning to distribute sensation without contraction. It comes, it goes. It cannot be forced. The moment you stop trying to make sense of it, it often deepens. Eventually, something profound happens. You realize you can't try to access this state. The moment you reach for it, it recedes. But the moment you give up, it arrives. This isn't passivity. It's the surrender of control strategies that once kept you safe. Energetically, many interpret this as alignment, where awareness no longer fights itself. Nothing is being achieved, and yet everything feels complete. Taken together, these experiences aren't random sensations. They are signs of identity shedding its armor. You are not becoming something new. You're losing what never really was you, the tension and the struggle. This is the end of effort-based existence. The mind stepping back from dominance. The body reclaiming authority. Many call this awakening. Others call it regulation. Some never name it at all. But all recognize the same truth. You're not just thinking anymore, you're truly present. If this is happening to you, you are not broken. You're not drifting away. You're still right here. You are remembering what it feels like to exist without resistance. Let it unfold at its own pace. Let it remain unnamed if it needs to. Let the mystery breathe. If this resonated, share your experience in the comments. not to explain it, but to witness it. Subscribe if you want to explore this terrain together. Quietly, honestly, without forcing meaning onto what already knows how to be. You're not going backwards. You're coming home.